Evil Dave stands as a roadblock, denying us entry into the demonic realm due to a sick fascination with black clothing. We need to find one more piece in a non-top or bottom equipment slot, and after my failure in Morton, I put the search to a poll. Do we follow the Dorgashan questline until we unlock ham members, and farm for some easy clue scrolls? Do we train Slayer hoping for a black armor drop, and use a failsafe of a black defender as a luck mitigation hardline? Do we brave the mines of Camdozaal and hope for a black drop from the elusive vault chests? Or do we pivot to other, more pressing matters? Why don't you just grab your black wizard hat from your bank, Lorebound? Because the item's in our lock tab, an item we got as a drop, but haven't unlocked yet. You see, this is Lorebound, a restricted Iron Man account. He can't use any items unless the game itself mentions it, through dialogue, books, or in-game text. This might normally still be easy, just wiki the answer, and oh hell no! We don't use wikis here, or guides. We're relying on our own intuition, your comments, and the poll results to guide our journey. I usually give a day for my poll results to reach a verdict, and in the meantime, this week at least, I ran laps. A lot of laps. What can I say? You slap on a Netflix show, and the thoughtless clicking on mobile does the rest. Now that slew of thoughtless clicking did take hours, and we picked up a couple mystery boxes at random events, which I've been saving for this moment. Oh, that's worthless. Oh, that's not worthless. A medium clue. Oh, that's not worthless at all. While the Adamant Warhammer is a smidge redundant for us, and the Mithril Boots are technically already unlocked thanks to the collection log mentioned, the Ring of Life is a very nice addition to the potential usable item pool and a great way to start off the episode. Well, I mean, it's time to get some even more important unlocks with all these sweet marks of grace. While not enough for the full set yet, it is a very solid start and should help drastically increasing how much we can run around the map, considering how much time agility takes and how much hands-on clicking is required and the massive positive implications of running around. This will without a doubt be the skill I train when I'm waiting for polls. In fact, after I get the full graceful set, I will likely be able to cut this whole intro section out of the video and get right into the action. Speaking of, let's see what won in the polls today. Wow. I didn't expect Camdozaal to win here. That was more of a haha, wouldn't it be funny if, but yeah, sure. I mean, honestly, I was also secretly hoping for this one as well. Now, to gain access to the underground city, we do need to find a way in. Enter Willow, an archaeologist who helped found the door leading to the city. She's assembling a team to totally not heist the area, and we need to collect the team members. First is Burntoff, the demolitionist. After a few beers and a quick game of rock, paper, scissors, which we totally win legitimately, he joins the crew. Chekhal, the strongman, rubble removal expert, needs us to do some training with Atlas, a barbarian, and shockingly, our first time unlocking them as an enemy. Atlas takes us through a humorous training montage which lasts much longer than I was expecting, and we gain both the flex emote and Chekhal's support as the reward. Lastly is Marley, the black sheep of the group. A thief and criminal at heart. We're reluctant to let him join, but alas, without his expertise, traps would likely take us out before our archaeology could reach full swing. After talking to Marley's cousin Charlie the Tramp, we find out he's likely in the Edgeville ruins. Arriving, he says he's starving and would be more than willing to help us if he had a steak sandwich. He says to talk to the chef of the Blue Moon Inn for one. The chef, of course, doesn't want to make him a sandwich, but teaches us how to make it instead, and also bridges an important gap for us. He talks about making bread fresh. Since we've unlocked dough and bread, but not the making, this concept bridges that, however small, which is nice considering it's one more Lumbridge task I can now take out. As instructed, we make the sandwich, bring it to Marley, who joins our cause. We're to meet by the door on the west side of Ice Mountain. Burntoff lights the fuse to his explosives. We're instructed to run. Good thing, as the dwarf may have underestimated the amount of boom he loaded into the mountainside. It did the trick though. Chekhal clears away the rubble, and Marley disarms the traps inside. We enter as a group. We find ourselves in a grand entrance. Impressive for us, but not these archaeologists. They must have seen this all the time. Say what? They're robbers and not archaeologists, and we've been given the bamboozle the whole time? What a shameful act. Burntoff triggers a secret trap, activating the ruins guardian. The robbers flee in panic, leaving us to defend for ourselves. In our graceful outfit, we aren't too ready for battle, but with our trusty rune mace at our side and 5 salmon in our inventory, we manage to squeeze out victory. Looting Willow's dropped bag, Snagging some deserved coinage, something rumbles behind us. The doors to the vault of Camdozaal have opened, and out steps her sole survivor, Romano the Imcando dwarf. Quest complete. Now, Camdozaal is a very interesting place. At its core is the sacred forge. Romano, having been alone this entire time, asks us for some help. The forge has become tough for Romano to maintain, its glow fueled by baronite, a material only found in this one area of the game. For our assistance, he will allow us to raid the vault. And yes, we would be gaining some material possessions. It pales to the comparison of the value he places on the fire of the forge. Romano then explains there are several activities here that could interest us. 3 specifically: the Golem workshop, the baronite mine, and the offering altar. Of course, as Lorebound, we need to learn all of these. The Golem workshop was the Imcando dwarves' greatest technological advance, and also the fall of their empire. Camdozaal was built on an even older, more ancient civilization, Lasar. When building Camdozaal, they discovered ancient golems. Golems were crude, made of clay, much like the golem at Uzur, actually. If I had to guess, there may be a relation here. The dwarves used their vast smithing knowledge to fix and improve them. They imbued the golems with mind, body, and chaos energy, and I think that's enough for us to unlock golems as enemies for us as well. However, chaos was too much for them. They lost control and were forced to lock the golems away. But it was too late. The barbarians heard of their use of magic and experimentation and had become determined to destroy all traces of it. For those unaware, in early Galanor history, the barbarians were avidly against the use of magic, even more so than now. They went on a worldwide murder spree and not only cracked the runic altars, which is now why we require talismans in order to make runes, but they also brought the Imcando dwarves to near extinction. The irony of locking the golems away meant that they had survived the barbarian raids, one of the few things that remain. They were infused with baronite, and also their cores could be used to craft runes, and we could likely do the same. Okay, so we've got rune essence and golem cores, but not pure essence yet. Okay, cool, fun stuff. The baronite mine to the northwest is the best source of baronite for us, no surprises there. But inside the baronite, there's a small chance we can find ancient relics, which the Varrock Museum would very likely love to have. We can crack open the deposits on this anvil. Now, the offering altar is rather interesting, but alas, it's off limits to us. Romano says that catching fish in the reservoir, ritually preparing the fish, and then offering the fish on the altar could be used to worship the gods, and there's baronite in there as well. The problem is fish. He doesn't name the fish specifically, and since there are several fish that come from these spots, it's a no-go for us. That does mean the baronite mace is currently out of our reach, but is a small price to pay for retaining the integrity of our account. Now, why are we here though? Why is Camdozaal important to us? Well, it comes down to the vault. Once we collect 750 baronite shards, we can enter the vault and take a variety of caches from the vault. Now, normally these would be useless to most players. However, because I'm not a complete isolationist, while watching Camdozaal's Extreme Chunk Locked account, I noticed him getting a drop, a black square shield from the caches. For him, this was nothing, but for us, it was not only proof that we could get black items, but also that they were named in the dialogue box. This is one of our requirements for unlock. After killing one of each golem except for the Chaos Golem, who hit us harder than the Tier 5 Shazian Guard, I realized that they do not, in fact, drop a lot of baronite shards. Maybe at 99 attack and strength this would be effective, but for us, not now. Locked out of the fishing, that left us with the mines. And so I mined, and broke baronite shards, and mined, and then we hit 750. I know there are upgrades increasing our baronite mining speed, and also luck enhancers. A lot of these rewards for us are useless, but those two, they might be good. I could save up for them, but I needed to verify, was it possible? Was the footage edited? Did it really call out the loot? So I took our first 750 shards, and entered the vault. With only 60 seconds to raid, we need to pass through the blue doors, click on and loot the caches, and get out, or we lose everything. A simple lockbox is a short detour from the back. We take it. We find a second simple on the route deeper, and an ornate lockbox as well, already 39 seconds. We push deeper. One more ornate box at the very back. We grab it, 31 seconds. It's time to leave. We clear our way to the entrance, but in a moment of hesitation, I see another lockbox. We pivot, 10 seconds remaining. I can't risk it. We exit with 7 seconds remaining. Our simple lockboxes net us little: copper, tin, and iron ore. Really not worth it. I'm glad we didn't risk the other loot for that simple lockbox. I'll probably avoid picking these up on future runs unless they're en route. We hover over the elaborate lockbox, our first real chance at some loot, and unlocks iron ore and steel arrows. This might not seem like much, but it was. You see, this is the first time arrows have ever been mentioned in any specific form, and unlocks our very first bow-based ammo, the steel arrows. Once we hit 40 ranged and have access to our U short bow, this will absolutely rip through our enemies. Very nice pull. Oh, but we're not done. The ornate lockbox, and most likely to unlock our big ticket items, still remains. The subscribe button? Wow, how did that get in there? You should totally press it though. And with that, what's behind the subscribe button? Energy potions. I didn't know these were on the table, and I could not be happier, as energy potions only require Harlander and ground chocolate, which both ingredients are unlocked. We have yet another way to train our herblore, and also finally a method for regaining run energy. To celebrate, I return to the mines and quickly hit level 41 mining, unlocking our current best mining pick, the rune pickaxe. To make some cash instead of the pyramid of plunder, which I did last episode, we spoke to Simon Templeton, as per Nantuko Avatar 4821 suggestion, and hit up the agility pyramid. Okay, I forgot about the falling. And after 2 runs, I realized I am quite poorly equipped for this. Cash out our pyramids and 10k each. No wonder he recommended this. We get to Narda, got some food, and then cranked out 9 more pyramid heads before feeling satisfied. Nermoth bound, we sell a reliable adamant pickaxe and replace it with a rune one. This should speed up our baronite mining considerably. I then proceeded to drain 4 entire inventories of baronite deposits into nothing, unlocking our basic mining buff and also getting oddly lucky with a back-to-back relic drop. Our next inventory nets us a baronite mace head, which if combined with 1500 shards and the 2 remaining baronite pieces, we could create the baronite mace. However, that's unavailable since we're locked out of fishing. Needing a bit of reprieve from the grind, I spend another 750 for 1 more shot in the vaults. Our luck this time wasn't so great, only snapping up 1 simple and 2 elaborate chests before the timer was getting low. You know, risk is for the champions. We go for our 4th chest. We grab it. 7 seconds remain. This is gonna be close. 3, 2, 1, 0. Photo finish. We make it out just in time. Yet again, nothing too great from the simple chests. Bam! Steel plate body in the first elaborate. While not a gear improvement for us, it could prove useful someday. And the second chest, an adamant square shield. This wasn't what we needed, but it was still pretty big. Not only is this by a large margin our best in slot shield so far, so much so that we can't even equip it, but it also proves without a shadow of a doubt that we can indeed get square shields here. Again pumped, we head to the mines, unlocking yet another ancient artifact after 2 more inventories. Did I mention we're getting smithing XP out of this? Quite a bit, in fact. Now, I did hesitate for a moment, reaching 3,000 shards. That could be 4 runs, but there was one more item I would really like to see from Camdozaal before we leave, not obtained from the vaults. One that, if unlocked, could provide us with a lot of value should we decide to take on Temperos one day. That's the Imcando hammer. So I begrudgingly give up the 3,000 shards to unlock the only other useful bonus to us, and hope it pays off. Well, I can't say I didn't see any difference. With a 2nd and 3rd mace head back-to-back dropping, we convert those into a free additional 200 baronite shards. And our next trip nets us our quarry, the broken Imcando hammer. Totally worth the 3,000 points. We'll bank it for now though, because at the moment I got a little scared that there wasn't a collection log notification. I later realized that because of our multiple states clause and the fact that the hammer is already unlocked thanks to the physical collection logbook, we can 100% use this, but at this time we're just playing it safe. 1,500 more shards later, and it's time for our double run. The blue doors really messed up this run, the only door opening for us far to the back in this out of reach direction. We're only able to nab 2 elaborate chests. Surely the next run will be better, but only just, bringing 2 elaborate and 1 ornate chest out. Still, we have a chance. We begin to open our quarry. The Earth Talisman. Unlocking the Earth Altar guarantees we can now finish the Varrock tasks, and also guarantees that I will need to come back here to likely farm the other talismans. The second, duplicates, nothing of interest. The third, another big drop, the Water Talisman, unlocking the Water Altar and the Lumbridge task. Second to last, nothing, just runes we already have. 1 chest. The ornate chest remains. 3 planks. Well, that sucked. I decided to kill some mind golems with range just to mix it up a little, but the loot was slow, though we did get a couple mind cores, which were unlocked. 1 more 750 mining trip. I couldn't wait. I enter the vault again. Pretty decent. 1 simple, 1 elaborate, and 2 ornate. Probably our best haul yet. The 2 lower chests net us little. Again, the ornates stand at the ready. The ruby, our 1 basic gem that had remained, was finally unlocked. This was unexpected, but nonetheless very gratifying to get out of the way, and it gave me reason to continue. It's not like the next chest was... No bloody way. We got our drop. The black square shield in all its glory, and for now, our journey in Camdozaal can pause. Will we return? Perhaps one day. Strapped to the teeth in our evilest outfit, we head to Evil Dave. Yes, I am certainly evil, aren't I? We pass through the portal, our almost 2-episode-long barrier. Evil Dave vouches for my evilness to Deneth, the leader of the summoning. He bribes us with riches, like the dragon chain body and abyssal whip. But for us though, these are already unlocked in the collection log. It's nice to see them mentioned here anyways, and I will save the pop-up for when we actually get those drops. He tasks us with making a sigil, important for the ritual. Speaking to other people in the room, Jennifer gives us the sigil, but Patrick, oh my dear Patrick, gives us quite the glimmer of hope, and our next newest best weapon. The Dragon Longsword. This weapon is not on a collection log, so I was concerned I would never be able to get some dragon weapons. Sure, it's not a dragon dagger, but nonetheless, it is one heck of an achievement should we hit 60 attack. Patrick also makes note of rune ores, which we have unlocked, and colored paper on his head, which could be a party hat, but no color was mentioned, so no party hat for me. Curious if I could get another unlock, I spoke to everyone in the room, including Matthew, who is a bit hesitant for the ritual himself, as Joseph, the cultist we replaced, snuck around and read Deneth's book, and whatever he saw in there was enough for him to run away terrified, not to return. Tanya, yeah, I'm not moving the camera here, she's just a little unhinged like that. With Matthew's words in mind though, we searched for the book a little on our way back to Al-Kharid, made our sigil, and then returned. After some time, we ended up speaking to the Golem, who was the key to finding out where the book was hidden. And upon reading it, we find the summoning chant is backwards, likely meaning that we aren't actually summoning, but unsummoning Agrithnar. There's a chance he's already among us. Of course it was Deneth. The room quakes and the portal looks ready to close. Everyone panics. We see Tanya getting mobbed by some ghosts. Good, she was crazy anyways. And Eric was crushed by boulders. Collecting the sigils on the ground, we head outside to recruit the remaining members of the group, not to mention the priests and the golem to our cause. After stocking up on food, of course, as a boss fight was looming. Salmon in hand, we conduct our summoning, and Matthew, no! You'll pay for this, or I will. I believe that's what you call sorely underprepared. We stock up, full food this time, attack potion at the ready, and begin our fight once more. But it is not long that I realize that the level 50 recommended combat level was there for a reason, and our second attempt ends in failure as well. I return to Camdozaal in defeat. At this time, recalling the rules I mentioned before, I collect the materials needed to refurbish the Imcando hammer as a consolation prize for our failure. Alas, our roadblock this time isn't Lorebound specific, rather a matter of combat capabilities. We have a few routes to increase our potential. While we do have Protect Melee and could train our prayer up, the majority of the damage we took, thanks to our negative magic armor, was magic, so prayer won't be too helpful here. That leaves us working on one of 4 things. 1. Melee. Our current highest damage, being able to hit 10s with our mace, could further be amplified with strength levels. If we focus on Slayer this way, we can also do clue scrolls, which could end up with some solid upgrades as well. 2. Ranged. With ranged gear, we may be able to keep a distance. The Shazian Armor 5 also has some good ranged accuracy bonuses, so we could hit Agrithnar much more often if we unlock that U short bow. 3. magic. It's been our saving grace in other fights and could be here again. With access to air and water blast, and death runes only being one cat away, this could net us some big damage gains and could also take us back to Morton, as split bark, swamp bark, and blood bark crafting could likely be unlocked using the book drops. Finally, fourth, our food. We're currently rocking salmon, our best named food, and Temperos could likely net us with some much better healing foods now that we have the fishing level to fight it. We were still doing damage in the fight and could likely take him out at our level if we weren't spending so much time snarfing down fish. All 4 options are valid. All 4 are in the poll posted right now. Go check it out. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, your comments, and your enjoyment. When you're enjoying the series, it makes me feel good. And right now, with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, sometimes feeling good, even for a moment, can make all the difference. Have a wonderful day, people, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!